Extended Read 1. Remember to annotate as you read.
Habitats Around the World by Thea Feldman. Introduction. A habitat is a place where plants and animals live in nature. There are different kinds of habitats around the world. Some habitats are flat places with a lot of grass. Some habitats are always cold. Some get a lot of rain. Some habitats are even under the water. Different animals and plants live in different habitats. Let's explore a few habitats.
Orangutans swing from the trees in the rainforests in Asia.
We're going to pause there for a second because we need to look through and find some key details in this first paragraph. So go ahead and find a highlighter or a pencil that you can annotate along with me. The first one that's super important as I was listening that I heard was a habitat is a place where plants and animals live in nature. Anytime there's a definition given, it's always a good idea to highlight that because those are always very important. Some other things that I thought were important in here, some key details, is that there are different kinds of habitats around the world and that different animals and plants live in different habitats. So if I went back to just kind of sum up what this introduction is about, I would say that it's about habitats being where plants and animal habitats are where plants and animals live in nature, and different animals and plants live there, right? Those are kind of the big main ideas. Let's keep listening, and we're going to our first habitat, which is the grasslands.
Grasslands in the United States and Canada are called prairies.
Welcome to the grasslands. A grassland is one kind of habitat. Grasslands are found all over the world. Only the South Pole does not have one. Grasslands are what they sound like. They are lands covered with grass. Many other plants and flowers live there too, but only a few bushes and trees. Most grasslands are flat. They cover thousands of miles.
Okay, so let's pause there and we're going to again look back for some key details. I'm going to start by highlighting grasslands because that is the main topic of these paragraphs, and so that's super important. So I'm going to leave that highlighted there. And then I'm also going to highlight in this third paragraph, grasslands are found all over the world. That's really interesting, right? They're found all over the world. That's where we can see them, even in the United States, though in the United States we call them prairies, like the caption told us. It says grasslands are what they sound like. They are lands covered in grass. So there's kind of your definition of a grassland is land covered with grass. And it says that most are flat and they cover thousands of miles. That's super important as well. Okay, so go ahead and underline those important details. And then if I look back and think about a summary, I could say grasslands are found all over the world. They are covered with grass, flat, and cover thousands of miles.
Grasslands in Africa are called savannas. A savanna has a long, hot, dry season. Animals leave home each year during this season. They leave to find food and water. A rainy season starts after the dry season ends. The animals go back home after the rainy season. The rains allow new grass to grow. The animals eat the new grass. There is also rainwater to drink.
Zebras and wildebeests leave the savanna during the dry season. They travel long distances looking for grass and water.
Okay, again, let's pause there so that we can finish up our important details in the grassland section. So it said that they are called prairies in the United States and Canada, but in Africa they're called savannas, and they have long, hot, dry seasons. And during that time, let's see, animals have to leave home to find food and water. Okay, let's see, rains allow new grass to grow. The animals eat the new grass. There's also rainwater to drink. Okay, so if we were going to summarize paragraph 5 here, we could say in Africa they're called savannas. They have long, hot, dry seasons, and the animals have to leave home to find food and water. All right, we are ready for our next habitat, which looks quite different from the grasslands. We are moving to the tundra.
Polar bears have a thick layer of fat called blubber to keep them warm. They have thick fur, too. Their paws are big and wide. That helps them walk on snow and ice.
Welcome to the tundra. The tundra is a habitat that gets very cold. The world's tundras are all located near or at the North and South Poles. Those are the two coldest places on Earth. The largest tundra is called the Arctic tundra. It is near the North Pole. The Arctic tundra covers nearly 14% of all land on Earth. The temperature can be as cold as -34 degrees Celsius, -29 degrees Fahrenheit, in winter. The Arctic has a short summer. Temperatures can rise then to about 18 degrees Celsius, 64 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so again, let's pause there. The heading here, this is why it's important not to skip the headings here, right? Because the heading actually tells us what the next few paragraphs are going to be about. And in this case, they're going to be about the tundra. So I'm going to highlight tundra just to help my brain get focused on what I'm looking for. And the tundra is, there's a definition, a habitat that gets very cold, and they're located near or at the North and South Poles. Okay, and then let's see. The largest tundra is called the Arctic tundra, and it is near the North Pole. The Arctic tundra covers nearly 14% of all land on Earth. The temperature can be as cold as -34 degrees Celsius. In winter, the Arctic has a short summer. Temperatures can rise then to about 18 degrees. So let's see here. The Arctic tundra is near the North Pole, and it covers 14% of all land on Earth. Now, we already highlighted that it gets very cold. There's some specifics down here, but those aren't things that I think my brain is going to need to keep a hold of. I just need to know that the tundra is cold, right? I don't need to know specific temperatures. All right, let's keep going and find out more about the tundra.
In the winter, even the ground freezes. In the summer, the top layer of soil thaws out. Then plants and flowers grow. Polar bears, foxes, seals, and oxen all live on the Arctic tundra.
Purple flowers. Seal. Fox. Oxen. Monkey.
Okay, we're going to pause there and look again for our key details still in the tundra, right? And here I would say that our key details are what lives there, and that is polar bears, foxes, seals, and oxen live on the Arctic tundra. And then in the summer, the top layer of soil thaws out. That's how they find food, so that's kind of an important detail there about how they survive. Okay, so our next habitat is the rainforest. Go ahead and highlight rainforest, and let's listen to find out more.
Macaw, jaguar.
Welcome to the rainforest. Nearly 1/3 of the planet is covered in forest habitats. There are many different kinds of forests. A tropical rainforest is hot and rainy. The temperature averages about 23 degrees Celsius, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. A lot of rain falls. A tropical rainforest can have up to 1,016 centimeters, 400 inches, of rain in a year. Trees and other plants stay green all year long.
Now that we have gone through finding those important details together, I'd like for you to try on your own for the next two sections. So we still have rainforest that we need to find, and on the next page we will also be looking at the coral reefs. So what I'd like for you to do is take a minute, and I want you to highlight in this rainforest paragraph what you think are the key details. And then you'll be uploading a picture when we finish to schoolwork. So go ahead and do that. You may pause the video and then push play when you're ready to resume.
A coral reef is a very colorful place. It has been called the jewel box of the sea.
Welcome to the coral reefs. A coral reef is a place in the ocean. It looks like a rock, but it is not. A coral reef is made of coral, a very tiny animal. Hundreds of thousands of corals come together and form a reef. Hundreds of other kinds of animals live at a coral reef. Many sea plants live there too. Coral reefs are found in warm, shallow water. Conclusion.
Okay, so go ahead again, pause your video and take some time to highlight the important details. Remember to leave out things that are just interesting or extra and focus on what you really needed to learn from this paragraph, and then you may push play to listen to the conclusion.
You've just visited 4 habitats. Make a list of what you like about each one. Make a list of what you don't like about each one. Is there one habitat you like best? Would you like to live there? Why?
Grasslands, rainforest, tundra, coral reef.
Okay, so now that we're finished, I would like for you to take pictures of your pages 23 and 24 with the highlights that you made to show me that you can pick out important details on your own. We'll be revisiting this text on Thursday.